You're my boy. You're my number one boy.
Succession is a modern-day Shakespearean tragedy, but with a twist. The show is entirely character-driven. The business deals, buyouts, and power plays only matter because they force characters into situations where they must adapt, clash, and shift allegiances.
You betrayed me!
You were going to see me get sent to prison!
Just please, vote for me. Shiv, vote for me.
No.
You me.
I changed my mind, Kendall.
When you're this wealthy, material consequences become trivial, leaving only personal stakes at play. Stakes which hold little to no meaning in a broader sense, as what these individuals truly yearned for was their father's affection and acceptance.
What are you waiting for? A kiss? Off. Be gone. Bye-bye. What have you got in your hand?
What have I got? I don't know. Love?
When that was never given, they became fixated on the next best thing, playing with his possessions.
I blame myself. I spoiled you. And now, you're
Kendall Roy is a man obsessed.
I'm the youngest boy!
But how did we get here? Life is one big tug of war between mediocrity and trying to find your best self. And for Kendall, it always seemed like an uphill battle. A battle he eventually lost. His mindscape is simultaneously undermined by his insecurities, addiction, and the crushing weight of his father's expectations. As he strives to carve out his own identity atop the mountain that is Logan Roy, all-encompassing, Kendall's internal struggle was a never-ending conflict between ambition and self-destruction, a relentless pursuit that ultimately leads him to profound isolation and despair. Kendall's downfall can be traced back to his childhood, where his father relentlessly fostered an environment of intense competition among his siblings.
Roman, you're taking over as full chief operating officer. Roman, you're a moron. You should get back into all that for us, Kendall.
Get back into what?
Vice president. You have potential. I've always thought you were the smartest.
Oh, so that's why you tried Kendall and Roman first.
Logan pitted them against each other, punishing any failure to meet his impossibly high standards.
Romulus, when you laugh, please do it at the same volume as everyone else. We didn't get you from a hyena farm.
Thanks, Pop.
Stop buzzing in my ear!
Well, someone is feeling better.
You are idiot.
This upbringing instilled in Kendall a profound sense of loneliness and an inherent disconnect from his siblings, breeding feelings of jealousy and resentment. The result was not only a fractured relationship with his family, but also an unhealthy dependency on his father.
Do you want to call your dad?
Do I want to call my dad? No, I don't want to call my dad.
Why?
Because my dad told me to.
Because your dad told you to? Jesus Christ. Because your dad told you to?
He's just having a moment. Sorry, guys. No, it's okay. I'll
No,
go
it's
sit
fine.
with him.
I will.
Don't go there. Hey, get him in here. He has to do as he's told.
He just needs some time because
Rava,
transitions are difficult.
Maybe we should
so-
just tell him.
Oh,
a few more boundaries.
transitions are
Are
difficult.
you kidding?
Logan Roy was meticulous in his approach, teaching Kendall just enough to captivate him, but never enough to let him break free from his shadow. By carefully controlling what Kendall learned and experienced, Logan ensured that his son remained entranced by the possibility of power, yet perpetually dependent and unable to fully escape his influence, and it all goes back to the fateful promise Logan once made to Kendall. A promise that perfectly embodies his father's calculated cruelty.
He promised it to me. Promised. When I was 7. He sat me down at the Candy Kitchen in Bridgehampton, and he promised it to me. 7 years old. Like, can you imagine?
Yeah.
The relentless competition and manipulation Kendall experienced during his formative years laid the groundwork for his subsequent failures. Groomed from a young age for a position he was both drawn to and trapped by, Kendall's identity became inextricably tied to his father's approval and the power that came with it. This promise, a rare glimpse of his father's approval, became an obsession for Kendall, a beacon in the storm of his upbringing. However, as the years passed, this promise transformed into a double-edged sword. It deepened Kendall's sense of entitlement and drove his ambition, but also anchored him to his father's whims, stunting his ability to forge his own legacy.
Just to say though, down in the pigsty, we're all huge fans of your stuff. The innovation.
Thank you.
Do you even know what you're doing this for?
Ideas. I have, I've wanted to do things to save the company and do.
The psychological impact of false promises on a child can be profound and long-lasting, shaping their worldview and self-worth in ways that reverberate well into adulthood. When a child is repeatedly promised something by a trusted figure, especially a parent, and those promises go unfulfilled, it creates a deep sense of betrayal and confusion. The child begins to question their own value and whether they are truly deserving of what was promised. This can lead to chronic self-doubt, anxiety, and a desperate need for validation. As they grow older, these unresolved feelings can manifest in many destructive ways, such as an inability to trust others, difficulty forming healthy relationships, and a relentless pursuit of success or approval, driven more by a need to prove themselves than by genuine ambition.
Look at you, broken robot. Can't even hug your own kids. Yeah, I saw that, you freak.
You and me can just flirt and, you can do your whole bloody that smile and we can just be all chummy and everything because I love all that.
Have a line if you need one that bad.
Yeah, I will, okay? You. I think Walter is the shiz.
We're the shiz?
It's my company.
Yeah, it is your company, and you know what? You're running it into ground.
Oh, so he underlined recently?
With the, the underlining or the crossing out and the unknown age of the document isn't essentially moot. It's impossible to decipher.
Well, it sure as doesn't say Shiv.
The world of Succession is filled with empty promises. Words have meaning, but only momentarily, if that.
If it is to be said, so it is.
They are instruments of manipulation, used to serve fleeting ambitions and selfish agendas, discarded just as quickly when no longer useful.
Nothing meaningful.
Yeah, it was words. Words are just, nothing. Complicated airflow, so...
This extremely pessimistic outlook stems from a world where words carry no weight at all.
What up, It's me, Dr. Moron. I'm a ding-dong doodle-bug with a mouse and my dad hates all of you. Go bye-bye. How was that? Was that good?
Promises made today are forgotten by tomorrow, rendered irrelevant, their meaning dissolving as quickly as they're spoken.
When you say the thing that's a lie.
The show whimsically flirts with the concept of say what you mean, instead opting to vomit narcissistic word salad.
The interplay of dialogue is always plagued with jaded sarcasm, often vulgar in nature, with the primary goal of masquerading their true feelings and beliefs very reminiscent of politicians and corporate jargon.
No, I think you're a super talented superstar, and I love you.
Oh, you're such a
And when a man dies, it is sad. All of us will die one day. In this case, it is Lester who has done so.
Tough day for the company, Siobhan?
Well,
Obviously, I've been given the privilege of growing up around the business whilst also being able to plow my own furrow on the outside.
She's been working in politics for 10 years, so don't hold out for a straight answer.
Yeah.
What happened?
He said I was dead in the water without him and tried to finger bang me.
What'd you say?
Said I'd rather eat my own.
I thought you were gonna say, take you out and beat the shit out of you, or take you out and put a bullet through your dumb brain, or something else, you know, funny like that.
Greg, I'm not some beast.
I'm trying to help you.
Shut up, will ya? Shut up!
Dude, what the hell, man?
Shut up, will
What the
ya?
hell?
What are you for? Get off of me!
What the hell, man? Yeah, I feel
Shut up!
Logan Roy's children believe they are serious people, but they are fake. They're not real.
Look at all this.
Yes, very serious. Hey, we are.
We are not.
We are. You are. You're. Man, I'm. She's. It's all nothing. Man, I'm telling you this because I know it, okay?
I love you, but you are not serious people.
They're simply a product of their environment, an environment that completely undermines love.
We've always pushed that you're a good dad.
Because?
Well, because you are a good dad.
Huh?
Oh, can you please stop buzzing around me? God, you're useless, the lot of you. You're as bad as my idiot kids.
You tortured the old dinosaur. You barbecued him live,
Don't with me! Hey, no! Don't touch him!
Hey, he's leaning no sail. Cut the horse. Know your role.
Yeah, Pa.
I saw your little interview.
Oh, right, yeah, we don't have to dissect
I
that.
want my daddy. I never figured you for a.
Oh, wow.
I'm kidding.
I know.
Do you want to hit me? Is that it? Huh? Go on. Go on. Give it your best shot. You better be smelling your armpit, Romulus. You're marrying a man fathoms beneath you because you don't want to risk being betrayed. You're a coward.
Wow, you are just beyond.
Tom's decision to not attend Logan's funeral was our first clear indicator that he would be heralded as the new CEO. This contradicts the pilot episode of the show where Kendall willingly placed his work priorities on hold and chose to visit Logan on his birthday, a choice his father callously orchestrated, hoping to see his son stumble under the weight of divided loyalties.
Hey, happy birthday, you old geezer.
You left the room. The deal.
To come to my dad's birthday party because we don't know how many more there'll be.
This highlights the unforgiving nature of succession. You are ostracized for loving and are vindicated for neglecting. At the heart of Kendall's turmoil lies a singular, inescapable truth. Logan Roy is the root of all of his problems. As both a titan of industry and a domineering father, Logan's presence looms large over Kendall's life, shaping every decision and fueling every insecurity. Kendall's relentless pursuit of his father's approval and his simultaneous need to break free from Logan's iron grip trap him in a vicious cycle, always teetering on the edge of success and self-sabotage.
What's the vote? My son, that was your best shot. You lost.
I think there's some doubt as to whether he lost.
Their relationship is defined by a toxic mix of admiration, fear, and resentment. Logan's harsh, manipulative tactics push Kendall to the brink of collapse, constantly testing his resolve and undermining his confidence. Yet, despite the emotional and psychological toll, Kendall remains entranced, desperate to earn his father's acknowledgement.
I'm not letting you Neanderthals in to rape my company. Ever.
I'm sorry?
A bunch of bloated dinosaurs who didn't even notice a monkey swinging by till yesterday. Well, you, daddy's boy.
Hey, look who it is. Daddy's boy.
Each time he comes close to asserting his independence, Logan's calculated cruelty pulls him back, reminding Kendall of his perceived inadequacies. Their destructive father-son dynamic not only hinders Kendall's ability to lead, but also erodes his sense of self, leaving him completely and utterly vulnerable to the very forces he seeks to control.
One question that people do have is about your siblings. So where are they in this? Have you managed to stay close with them?
You know, sure. Absolutely. Do you have any idea how it feels as the eldest son to be, promised something and then,
Oh,
Shivy. How you doing over there?
You ready to come over? I got a spot for you.
Hello? Hello?
In the Succession writing room, a simple but telling note was hung on the wall. Kendall wins, but loses. It was a constant reminder that whatever Kendall does, whether or not he accomplishes his goals, he can never truly win. Kendall was always doomed from the get-go, branded a victim of his father's manipulative promises and his own inability to break free. Much of what Kendall does and says is a deep-seated projection of his own insecurity and lack of identity.
Are you calling me a No, I love you, man, but you're not a serious person.
Alright. He's alive, you're not the boss.
Alright, come on.
Kendall, a seemingly unsolvable puzzle manufactured by his father, never had the opportunity to discover who he truly is. He never had the chance to be Kendall. To reiterate, this is not a Kendall problem. This is a Logan problem. This explains why Kendall and his siblings attribute childlike behavior. Their emotional development was stunted by an environment that never allowed them to mature. They were forced to navigate their lives within the strict confines of their father's manipulative authority, which hindered their ability to develop genuine self-awareness and emotional resilience.
Man.
Wait, stop! Stop!
Having insane? Stop! I'm charging it. No! See?
Consequently, their actions and reactions often reflect a regression to the roles and dynamics established in their childhood, revealing the lasting impact of their father's influence on their adult lives.
You want to talk to each other normally? Okay. You mean talk about the big? Yeah, we can talk about the big. About our feelings.
How am I the mature one here?
We don't have any feelings. What are you talking about?
Yes? Can I help you? You looking at? Hey, I like your face. I want to your face. Can I on your face?
As a result, Kendall is a mere reflection of his father's desires. His father's rigid grooming process stripped Kendall completely, leaving him hollow and disconnected. Even on his own birthday, Kendall is consumed by the same internal struggles that have plagued him his entire life. His projection of inadequacy onto Roman further highlights the tragic nature of his character because, in the end, hurt people hurt people.
You're not a real person. You know that? You're not a real person. You're not real.
All right, I'm sorry. Have a good birthday, okay, face? Are you okay? Happy birthday! Everybody just take it easy, okay?
Logan's influence was so strong that even after his death, his spirit continues to loom over Kendall's conscience. The sins of his father lay waste to his soul, corrupting him even in death, cursing him with a life of powerlessness and over-reliance on the tainted principles and false promises his father raised him with. Despite having all the money in the world, Kendall remains aimless and unable to, as his father once retorted,
And what are we supposed to do?
Make your own pile.
to form a legacy of his own and escape his father's dominion. Kendall is his own worst enemy. He's drawn to a superficial, all-consuming purpose. Unbeknownst to him, the journey that he has embarked on is that of imprisonment. Mentally and physically, he is in a state of limbo. Regardless of whether he achieves his goal, the very nature of his pursuit ensures that any attempt at happiness will be fleeting and ultimately unsatisfying. Even when he wins, he loses.
But, and I don't mean to be insulting, but having been around a bit, my hunch is that you're going to get because I've seen you get a lot, and I've never seen Logan get once.
Logan's children all inherit negative traits from their father, that's a given, their faces often contorting eerily to manifest Logan's rage. Kendall, in particular, embodies this darkness in its most destructive form, with signs pointing towards borderline personality disorder and an insatiable hunger for power. Kendall embodies the most corrosive aspects of Logan's legacy. He grovels for forgiveness in his darkest hours and craves attention at his zenith, seeking sympathy from those around him.
I'm all apart.
Even from an audience once hopeful he could be the rightful heir to the company. Yet, his arrogance and ego inevitably take over, revealing the hollowness within. Kendall is disillusioned. He is never satisfied with the way things are. Like a pendulum, he continually oscillates between the extremes of defeat and triumph, never truly satisfied with either.
You are a nobody. Nobody.
The foundation of his character is paper thin. His way of living is not sustainable. His existence is a precarious balance, and Kendall is, by all accounts, treading on very thin ice, just waiting to be engulfed at any given moment. Pleading to fill his father's shoes in an effort to procure stability, a lifeboat of sorts.
All right, thanks everyone. Lifeboats!
Kendall becomes a malevolent force. Like Logan, he resorts to dishonesty, breaking promises without a second thought, using manipulation as a weapon to gain an edge, and even physically harming his siblings as a form of punishment for disobeying him.
Let go.
Did you say?
What are you doing?
You say?
I killed a kid.
That didn't happen.
Wait, it didn't.
It's,
as in
that-
what?
It's just a thing I said. It's a thing I said. I made it up. Who said I never killed anyone? If I don't get to do this, I feel like that's it. Like I might die.
All in a desperate ploy to fill the gaping void in the family hierarchy. Recklessly, he becomes an imitation of his father, a father he grew to resent, embodying Logan Roy's ruthless tactics in a futile effort to assert dominance by any means necessary. Whenever Kendall shows vulnerability, it elicits sympathy, but this too is shattered, unable to maintain the elaborate facade he concocted, proving that, much like his father, his word means nothing, and a man is only as good as his word. Hey, my man! If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button down below and subscribe for more spectacular videos. Thanks for watching!